Hello, students. I'm recording this video on Sunday, September 25th. Today is Sunday, September 25th. This is about the material for JMS 494 that is due Friday, September 30th. Okay, so this is the material that is due Friday, September 30th for JMS 494. The topic of last week was about libel and then defenses for libel. Hopefully, you've learned something and learned a little bit about the topic right there. The supplemental story that I posted was about Alex Jones and defamation suit that he lost against the parents from the Sandy Hook school shooting. Horrible, horrible incident. A bunch of kids are killed, murdered, I guess you would say, in a school in Sandy Hook, Connecticut. And Alex Jones says that this was all a hoax. These were actors, that the event was staged in order to make the NRA look bad. And what he said was so egregious and so extreme and so wrong, and he knew it was wrong, and yet he continued to say that he lost at least one, if not two lawsuits. There's more lawsuits going on. And incidentally, now that you've seen the video, Alex Jones did try to use that excuse that the parents are public figures and that he should have more leeway in what he said about them because they're public figures. And as you know from the video lectures, if someone is a public figure like a politician, that journalists are actually allowed to make mistakes, accidental mistakes, because the courts want to create an arena in which there is robust discussion and criticism about politicians. So it's okay to say something that may be factually incorrect about a politician. They're a public figure, as long as it's done by accident. Anyway, Alex Jones is trying to say that the parents were public figures. And why were they public figures? Why were they famous? According to Alex Jones, well, because their kids had been murdered. And I don't think that's a very good argument at all. Anyway, so that was about libel and defenses for libel. Also, last week, I asked everyone to turn in about a paragraph description for your final paper. I want you to start thinking about the final paper, formulating some ideas. I will try to get those with the help of a graduate teaching assistant. I will try to get through those. No news is good news. Okay. If you get the full credit for what you turned in and you don't hear back from me, then just consider that my blessing and that you're good to go with that topic. So no news is good news. If I think you are wrong, off the mark in some way, I will send you some type of feedback. But if you don't hear from me, if you just get the points, good to go, go forth and do your best. Topic for this week is about privacy. There is one video lecture, goes along with the chapter in the textbook. Do take a look at that textbook as well as a video lecture. There's also a supplemental news reading or a supplemental news story that I posted. Again, about, I'm sorry I'm posting so much tragic stuff. This is about the death of Kobe Bryant and some photographs that were taken and photographs that were circulated. And I do think this relates directly to the topic of privacy. And I think Kobe Bryant was probably, someone I think many people in the class liked and enjoyed. I'm guessing we have a lot of sports fans here, so maybe it's a little something you can relate to. Anyway, it relates to the issue of privacy. There is a pack back assignment for this week, and just to reiterate for those who are still maybe unclear, post a question that relates to the topic of the week. It doesn't really have to relate to the topic of the week, to be honest. It's better if it does, but just post some informed, reasonable question, not a yes or no question. And you get a minimum curiosity score of 50. The system will tell you you have to get at least a 50. Respond to 2 other questions. And if you don't see any current questions from your classmates you like, you are allowed to scroll back, go back to previous weeks. Just respond to at least questions, and your response should also get a minimum curiosity score of 50 as well. So that's what I wanted to go over. A recap of what we did last week. I'm going to give you all feedback on the final paper topics if it's necessary. Otherwise, you're good to go. The topic for this week is privacy. And the next time, inshallah, the next time I make one of these video updates, I will talk about some of the things that y'all posted related to privacy in the pack back.